Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pasatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Marani ki jai, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai, Sri Sri Lakshmi Nusu Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Vrindadev Tulasi Maharani ki jai, Yogadharma Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki jai, Vrindavan Madhura Dham ki jai, Navadip Mayapur Dham ki jai, Purushottam Kshetra Jagannathapuri Dham ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayed Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So we'll be discussing today 50th verse or 51 or together? 50th, huh? Okay. Pitruho nrupa puryadvar Pitruho nrupa puryadvar Dakshinena puranjanaha Dakshinena puranjanaha Rashtram dakshina panchalam Rashtram dakshina panchalam Rashtram dakshina panchalam Yati sruta dharanvitaha Yati sruta dharanvitaha Pitruho nrupa puryadvar Dakshinena puranjanaha Rashtram dakshina panchalam Yati sruta dharanvitaha. Dakshinena puranjanaha Rashtram Yati sruta dharanvitaha Pitruho nrupa puryadvar Dakshinena puranjanaha Rasham dakshina panchalam Yate shrutadharanvitaha Pitruho nrupa puryadvar Dakshinena puranjanaha Rasham dakshina panchalam Yate shrutadharanvitaha. Any Matajis? They can read if they want. No. Okay. Pitruhu of the name Pitruhu. Nrupa, O king. Purya of the city. Dva, gate. Dakshinena on the southern side. Puranjanaha, King Puranjana. Rashtram, country. Dakshina, southern. Panchalam, of the name Panchala. Yati, used to go. Shrutadhara Anvitaha, along with his friend Shrutadhara. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The southern gate of the city was known as Pitruhu, and through that gate, King Puranjana used to visit the city named Dakshina Panchala, accompanied by his friend Srutadhara. Please repeat. The southern gate of the city was known as Pitruhu, and through that gate, King Puranjana used to visit the city named Dakshina Panchala, accompanied by his friend Srutadhara. Purport. The right ear is used for karma kandiya or free to activities. As long as one is attached to the enjoyment of material resources, he hears from the right ear and uses the five senses to elevate himself to the higher planetary systems like Pitruloka. Consequently, the right ear is here described as the Pitru gate. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadate Swapadantikam. So here there was a mentioning that higher planetary systems. If we compare the size of the earth in this universe, it's very, very, very tiny. Very, very tiny. And sun is very, very larger. And compared to sun, the universe is very, very larger. And there are various planets in this universe. And different planets have different living conditions. Just like on Earth planet, in India, the living conditions are different compared to either cold countries or desert countries. The style of living, habits, they're completely different. What to speak of different continents? Even within India, they are very, very different. One state to another state, they are very different. What to speak of within the country? Even within the city or within the village, there are many, many different people, various varieties of people. Their thinking is different, their attitudes are different, their thoughts are different, their desires to enjoy are different. So, Lord Krishna, as a creator, he facilitates whatever different souls desire, whatever different manner they desire. Lord Krishna creates the world like that. So, just like how on same planet there are variegatedness, meaning differences or varieties. Similarly, across the planet, there are higher planets on which the living standards are far, far, far superior than the living standards on Earth planet. Living standards in what sense? Whatever we take, the way we live on this planet, even in that sense, there are very, very high living standards. Like the kind of food they eat, the kind of food, they call fine dine, right? Very finely dining. It means the cooking is a very fine, refined cooking. So similarly, in higher planets, The kind of enjoyment is a very much refined enjoyment. And their bodies are suitable to that, to that, to that planets where, everywhere waterfalls, the temperature differences are not much, and the sensitivity of enjoyment is very, very fine-tuned, and the beauty also very much, the beauty of the bodies or beauty of the nature around are very, very beautiful. Not only that, even the time scales also are different. How the time scales are different? That's because they deserve a longer period of enjoyment. So the time scale is different. Their living period also is different. The living period on Earth planet is, let us say, nowadays it is something like 70 or 60 years. But the living periods on higher planets is different. Then when it comes to understand such things, very immature people immediately outright they strike it off and say that, come on, how is it possible? How is it possible? For example, the daytime on one of the higher planet, if say daytime say continued, completed, so it means 6 months passed on Earth planet. And then immediately they say, hey, how is it possible? Come on, I don't believe it. You are trying to manipulate something. No, it's not the manipulation. It's given in Shastras. And Shastras were not man-made. Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Marani ki jai. And the scriptures are not man-made, man-written or man-creation. It is a very popular bogus theory or mispropaganda that to give the dates to the scriptures. No, Bhagavad Gita is something like 700 years ago, something like that. They give the date whatever they want. I mean, outside people, I'm saying. See, you know what are they doing by saying like that? By saying like that, see, before that, it was not there. So it was created at some point of time to manipulate you. That is what they intended to tell. In other words, they wanted to remove the faith on the scriptures. When they remove the faith on the scriptures, then their mind becomes empty. And then they can be manipulated by consumerism, by various scientific theories, and then they can divert the people towards them. So this is the propaganda. But actually the scriptures are not man written. Anything man written have no value because the writer may not know the all kinds of parameters or situations. So it is bound to fail. For example, there are some modified fruits, genetically modified fruits. Earlier, custard apple is, like this much size and it will be very tasty. Now, custard apple is this much size and it's like, rubber or, something like. So they are making all such kind of things. But what they did not know is the long-term or short-term health effects of the chemical changes happen inside the fruit because of the genetic modification. And the effects of such fruits in our digestive system and on our body. They don't know. They don't know. Any modified one, they will say that under certain circumstances only. They cannot guarantee complete health. So the effects of such kind of modification, even the designer of the new seeds, the genetic engineer or agriculturist, even they do not know. They do not know. But scriptures are not like that. Scriptures have been given directly by the Supreme Lord. And when we say the Supreme Lord, one of the quality of the Supreme Lord is He knows everything. When we say everything, it's not only the different matters, like He knows about this matter or that matter. He knows even across the timeline also. He knows everything from, in minute level, including our biological systems, how matter interacts each other, and how planets interact each other. Everything He knows. So, He only can give what is best to us for that reason. No human can give what is best for us. No human can give. Because the pyramid, the simple reason He doesn't know all situations. He doesn't know. Who can expect, for example, who can expect that the digging the magnetic materials like iron or some other different materials, digging them, digging the earth and taking them out and spreading all over the earth. Who can imagine that that can influence the distance between sun and earth? Can anyone imagine that? No, it's very hard to imagine. But yes, the scientists are finding that yes, it influences the Earth's rotations and Earth's revolutions around the sun. So the problems will arise. So the scriptures are, but the scriptures are very much, they say very much, if you dig something, under certain parameters only. Otherwise it is sinful. Scripture says that. But the people who don't know that, they say, come on, this is bogus. Just digging, how it is sinful. It becomes sinful because it disturbs the other living entities along with that person. That's how it is sinful. Sin means creating disturbance in others' lives. That is a lower level of definition of sin. There are various grades of definitions of sin. A lower level of definition of sin is that. So now here the point is, there are different planets. We cannot assume that there is no life on other planets. We cannot assume. One reason is the timescales are different, and another reason is the perception levels are different. The perception levels are completely different. For example, in higher planets, there is one facility that you can change your body whichever way you want and then enjoy. It's given. That facility is given. But that facility was not there. That is not there on Earth planet. We cannot change our body whichever way we want. Right? That facility is not there. So then why those facilities are there? Because people wanted to enjoy differently. But now some people say, no, I don't believe that changing the body is true. No. Even scientists are nowadays, they are saying that we can reboot our body just like how we are rebooting the computer. There are some reboot, some locked genes inside the body. If you activate them, your body will be rebooted. It means you again go to younger stages and again continue your life to older age. You just simply rebooted it. You simply rebooted it. They're saying such possibilities are there. If such possibilities are there, then why cannot they change the bodies? right? Ramayana, there are many examples. Hanuman changed his body to human and to Vanara and even size also. It was there. They can change. So there are higher planets, and some people desire to go there to enjoy their life. And the Vedas have given the ways and means to go there and to stay there for some time, to enjoy there. But Vedas also say that even if you go there, you cannot avoid the basic problems. The basic problems of material world is you cannot avoid enemies. No matter whatever you do, there will be enemies. Like in one of the planet, it's there in Bhagavatam. It's there in Bhagavatam. In one of the planet, just like how we travel by four-wheelers, they travel in airplanes like that. Every house have a parking place for airplanes. It was written 5,000 years ago. Srimad Bhagavatam was written 5,000 years ago, roughly. Of course, it was eternal, but it was put into a written format 5,000 years ago. So it was there. So, and there are oceans on which, along the shore, just like how you get pearls through salt ocean, you will get rubies and emeralds through such oceans on higher planet. You can just simply collect the sand from the seashore and then melt it and then make gold ornaments. Gold ornaments. So what kind of wealth? But still, when some enemies attack their cities, they had to flee by changing their bodies like insects, birds, or some animals. They had to flee. So enmities will be there, and that creates the problems to us. And Lord Krishna knows that. He knows what will happen in Swargaloka, what will happen in heavens, and what happens under all circumstances. He knows. So he says that Shubha Shubha Phalairevam Moksha se Karma Bandhanai. He says that if you worship me, is there in 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He says that if we worship him, we will go to him. And what happens? We will go to him. It's a complete, absolute happiness with the Supreme Lord. Because he will never do any harm to anyone. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. He will not do any harm. Rather, he will love everyone. The reason to do harm, say one living being doing harm to other living being, is because of there is a hidden inside desire to create, to enjoy oneself. So to get something what he wants from others, he may want to create problems to others just to get that back. But Lord doesn't have to get anything from anyone because he's a creator. He can create just like that, anything what he wants. He can create just like that. So, if at all anyone loves us, no one can love us better than the Supreme Lord Krishna. No one can love us better than him. No one can tell us what is better for us than anyone else. So that's what Lord Krishna. So he says that if you come to me by worshipping me, then you'll be happy like that. That's in 9th chapter. And he says how to worship. And that it's a very, very simple way to worship Him. Yes, you guessed right. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. He says that. Just simple. Offer a fruit to me. Offer a leaf to me. Offer some water or milk to me. His Krishna says that. It's not a big deal to offer. It's not a big deal. Someone, when I was discussing like this in my office, someone challenged me, Srihari, why Krishna have to wait to eat till we put on his plate? He can take and eat. So the presumption was Krishna needs something. That's what he assumed. Krishna doesn't need anything. And another one challenged me, why we have to have a hunger? God can create bodies without having hungry, so that there won't be any problem in this world. There won't be any problem in this world. It's a very challenging question. Very challenging question. But Lord Brahma created like that this world. Lord Brahma created this world like that because unless we develop love towards Krishna, we can never be happy. Always. That's a qualifier. We can never be happy always. Now, the way to develop love towards Krishna is offering something to Him. After all, how love is shown to a beloved, we love him. How we show him or her? By presenting gifts is one way. By presenting gifts. Of course, on material platform, both parties actually need something. But on spiritual platform, Lord Krishna doesn't need anything. It is just whatever He has given to us, we will just try to add our love and give it back to Krishna. So what we are giving then to Lord? We are offering a love. And how we are getting that love? His love only. Because, He has only given the fruits and leaves and everything. He only designed, right? He only designed. And let's take even seeds, the capacity to germinate. The capacity to germinate is given by the Lord. So it means His love only. So we are even, the love also, whatever He is loving us, we are offering it back. That is love. Only in that love, we can be happy permanently. And that happiness is ever increasing happiness. That happiness is ever increasing happiness. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, offering these things to Him. And then He says that whatever you do, in following verse He says that yat karoshi yadasnahi yat juhoshi dadasi yat yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you are doing, you offer the end results to me. To Krishna. Yat karoshi yada asnasi. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you give to anyone, give it as an offering to me. Like suppose if anyone wants to give something to a beggar, yes, we can give. But before that, offer it to Krishna and then give it to him or to the beggar. So then by doing that, one can develop complete love towards the Lord. Complete love. And then what will happen? Krishna says in following verses, Shubha Shubha Falairevam Moksha se karma bandhanai. By doing that, all the karma in our stock and future karma will be relieved. What is karma? Karma means the reactions of our actions, right? And we have to face them. We have to face them. But here Lord Krishna says that If you do activities, if we do activities for him, the reaction will be zero. Reaction will be zero. We don't have to face any karmic reactions. Why? Come on, it is partiality. Lord Krishna is removing karma to someone and someone else is not removing karma. But Krishna is saying in the following verse, no, I am not partial. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name deshosthi na priya. I will not hate anyone. I will not consider anyone dear. But then why Krishna is removing the karma? It's like this. Suppose the army personnel, if he kills the opponent enemy on behalf of the country, he will not be punished. Rather, he will be rewarded. But the same army personnel, if he kills a neighbor for his own personal motives, then he will be held. He will be culpable. He will be punished. Then is it partiality? The same person. Is it partiality? Or some other person is killing neighbor. Let's leave non-army personnel. So some ex-person is killing the neighbor. He'll be punished. But the army personnel is not punished when he killed the enemy. So is it partial then? Are the rules different for army personnel and a common citizen? So what is punishable, what release karma depends on the motivation behind the activity. The motivation is to please the Supreme Lord and do whatever he says. He will not say any bizarre things. He says only the things which are beneficial to everyone, which we already discussed. Whatever Lord says, it is beneficial. It is beneficial. So whatever he says beneficial, and karma will be relieved like that. But if anyone does for his own motive, for his own things, for his own happiness, then he will be bound by karma. Every living being is bound by karma. Like people say who wanted to kill someone for his own benefit, or maybe for cash reward or something, then he will be killed like that. That is what law of karma. And if anyone denies that, they will be in utter ignorance, and they are the persons who face life struggles deeply and throw others into life struggles deeply. Because they will receive hard, severe karma in return. They throw like that. And they throw others like that. And no one can escape from karma. It is impossible. It is impossible. One may escape from the court law, but from the laws of karma, no one can escape. Someone may say, hey, I killed so-and-so person and so many, now I escaped from. Or whatever XYZ, I escaped. But they will be killed in future. The future may be next moment or next day or next month or next year or next life. It can be anything. It depends on various factors anyway. But he will be killed in that way. The very same person will be killed in that way. That is why we see all of the sudden, some mishap happens and some, say, 100 people died. Or a very popular, famous celebrity, all of the sudden, just like that, they die. Why? Because some negative karma was triggered in their life. And then they die. So that's karma. So karma is a very, very haunting thing in our lives. But to escape that, Lord Krishna is saying, everyone can escape from that. Just simply doing devotion to Lord Krishna. Simply, such a simple thing. And then what will happen? Sannyasa yoga yuktatma vimukto mam vaishyasya, something like that. He says that. Then whoever does like that, then they will come, they will go to Krishna. They will go to Krishna. And what we do with Krishna, that's a different topic. What we do with the God, anyone thought? Suppose if he reached God, or God appeared in front of us, what do we do? What do we do? If he asks something, God made me pilot, or God made me owner of a big hotel, or God made me, this thing. Krishna can take us, without any vehicles from, he can give us the capacity to go from one place to another place without any means. That's what Narada Muni was. He can go from one place to another place just like that, without any contrivances. He can go from one place to another place. And Lord can do all such miracles in our lives. But if he asks, suppose the Lord wanted to offer, suppose if a king wanted to offer a friendship to him, but if the citizen asks, can you give 10 gold coins to me? And king will laugh. I am offering my friendship, Baba. If you become my friend, you'll also be treated like a king. Yes or no? All king's friends will be treated as kings only, right? And king will laugh. You're asking, such a small thing. Similarly, Lord Krishna wanted to give himself. The whole creator of the universe wanted to give himself to us. But if we ask, Lord, give me, say, 1 crore rupees. And Krishna will scratch his head. What is that I wanted to offer, and what is that you are desiring? What is that you are desiring? So in relation to God, all these things are nothing. In relation to the love of Lord, all the material things will lose their meaning in our lives. They won't carry any value in our lives. They don't carry any meaning. And that's what the devotees are. And that's what the Krishna consciousness training is all about. They carry no value. For Arjuna, the entire army of Krishna carry no value. That is why he desired, Lord Krishna, Krishna, you just be my side. That's enough for me. Krishna actually was puzzled at that time. And after Duryodhana left, you know this episode, right? And after Duryodhana left, Krishna asked Arjuna, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you mad? I wanted to offer, 1,000,000 soldiers to you, but you simply chose me instead of 1,000,000 soldiers. You know what Arjuna said? It doesn't matter, 1,000,000 soldiers or 10 million or crores, whatever, how many soldiers. But if you are with me, I will definitely be victorious in war. So if at all hit anything, we have to hit like that in our life. So everything material lose value when we start practicing devotion. That's what creates happiness. When we value Krishna, then we'll begin real happiness in our life. So the Krishna consciousness movement was established for that purpose, and Srila Prabhupada have written books for that purpose. Please take advantage of these books and take advantage of these temples. In fact, I was once upon a time in 2003, such person, I was riding bike in that street, Nampalli street, all of a sudden I saw International Society for Krishna Consciousness Board. And I thought, oh, in Hyderabad also ISKCON is there, because I didn't know that ISKCON was there in Hyderabad at that time. And then that's it, I started coming to temple. And then I took association of devotees, and many devotees helped me in understanding Krishna consciousness. So please take advantage and be happy in your lives. Hare Krishna. Any comments or questions? Yes, Prabhu. Ashok Prabhu. I'm sorry, Prabhu. I didn't remember your initiated name. I know your Karmi name only. Sorry? Oh, Ashok is there in your initiated name also. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for a very wonderful and enlightening class. You said during one of your meetings in your office, there was
I
a
said?
question. In one of your meetings in the office, that one person had questioned about the hunger part, why there is hunger.
Prabhu, it was not clear somehow. You can speak a little louder otherwise.
In one of your class, in your office premises, that is what you said, there was a question regarding why hunger is there, why God did not make a body without the hunger.
Why Lord created hunger? Okay. Okay.
So, what was your answer?
Why Lord has to create hunger for us? To develop love towards Him. To develop love towards Him. That's the main reason. There are sub reasons why we feel hungry. Actually, hunger is because of envy. Hunger is because of envy. Because the reason when someone gives up the association of the Lord, that's because of envy. So, because of that, he wanted to kill other living beings. And one of the way to, so unless hunger is there, he will not kill other living beings. So, hunger is because of envy. But that very same thing, see, the creation have two purposes. Number one, to fulfill our desires. But number two, using the same matter, we have to develop love towards Krishna. That's what we lost, right? The love towards God, we lost it. So there should be a way to develop that love by the same creation. So the primary reason for creation of hunger is we will develop loving feelings towards Krishna by offering to Him. And then take that. That's a means to develop love. So hunger is there. But for the other purpose, if we say, why hunger is there? Because everyone wanted to kill other living being and then, eat. So suppose why tiger doesn't live among humans? Because it has desire to kill. So it thinks that everyone will kill him. So it doesn't live in among humans or among beings. Why? Because it wants to kill and eat. So that's a symptom of envy. Envy means others should not live, I only should live. Even at the cost of others' death. That's called envy. So that's why hunger is there. And if someone is envy, how Lord will fulfill their desires? He has to fulfill, right?
Can I ask one more question? Another question is why did He create things like anger?
Oh, why God created anger? Oh, anger is not uh, see, if you apply the same answer, we can understand again. Everything has a potency to develop love, and everything has a potency to misuse it. The famous example, knife is there, it can be used to cut vegetables or it can be used to kill others. So similarly everything, including anger. How you show love on someone? By being angry, those who are discrediting that love. Okay, this is one way of understanding. And another way of understanding is the negative qualities have no holding capacity. They don't have a holding capacity. It means in the absence of love towards God, the negative qualities will arise. The negative qualities will arise. Like if you say anyone define darkness, you cannot define darkness unless bringing the light into the definition. Yes? There's no meaning for darkness unless there is a light. Then what is darkness? Absence of light. So similarly, anger and all negative qualities will arise. They don't have a substance on their own, or they don't have a existence on their own. They appear only in the absence of love, in the absence of bhakti. Now when we say God has created, it is automatic. When in the absence of love, then these things must be there. These things must be there. This is a relatively lower way of understanding, but a higher way of understanding is everything to be used in the Lord's service. That is where everything is there. Everything is there. Why then different variety fruits must be there? God can create one fruit and keeping all the vitamins needed in that fruit, and then He can give just only one fruit. That's sufficient. Then why God has created different fruits? It's it's a variety of enjoyment. Now in absence of that, and in absence of the positive, what exists? The negative. So it's a little deeper philosophical topic. It's like, maybe I will end with this. We heard about modes, right? And why God has created the modes? What does it mean? God has created 3 modes, right? What does it mean? It means He has created a different patterns of thoughts and different patterns of thinking, different patterns of our existence. And it is we accept such behavior. It's we accept such behavior. It's like cassettes in a row, in a shelf. Whatever cassette we want, we take it and play it. And that is played. If it's a music, music. If it's a conversation, conversation. Whatever it is. Similarly, there are modes in shelf. And those modes are created by Lord. And then depending on our desires, so we take one mode, a particular mode, and then we behave in that way. That's why they are there. If you don't want, we will not act in modes. I don't know how much I cleared your question, but these are certain ways of understanding it. Lord will never create negatives. Brahma creates as a secondary creation, but Lord Krishna will never create negatives. It's just absence of positive, that's it.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Is there hunger in Vaikuntha planets?
Yes, but it is under our control.
Is it necessary, compulsory or mandatory?
No, it's not mandatory. It means in material world, feeling hunger, feeling hungry is automatic. It's a function of time. It means if we eat at a certain point of time and after 6 or 8 hours, or maybe some people after 1 hour also, they will feel again hungry. It's automatic. It's a function of time. But in spiritual world where God lives, it's not function of time. It's function of one's own desire. It means if I want to feel hungry, then I will feel. Till I feel that, till I want to feel hungry, I will not feel hungry.
It is not energy source there. Huh?
It is not the source of it. The source of energy in spiritual world is completely Krishna. It's not secondary
That's my
source. It's not secondary source. The source of everything in spiritual world is Krishna, and source of everything in material world is Krishna, but in between there are secondary sources in material world. Like the source of sun, the source of for our heat and light is sun. And the source of sun, energy, is Brahma Jyoti, and source of Brahma Jyoti is Krishna. So there are intermediary sources in material world. But in spiritual world it's not like that.
What is the source of energy?
Directly
for
Krishna.
What is the source of energy for in Vaikuntha
of?
planet? Source of energy in Vaikuntha planets. for them.
Krishna. Everything Krishna. Everything Krishna. There is only one thing, the source for that is we. There's only one thing in spiritual world. The source for that is we. You know what is that?
Krishna. Krishna.
No. To serve Krishna, to make him happy, that is only ours. The source for that is ours. It's not Krishna. Okay? Sometimes people say, Krishna brought me here. Krishna took me to the temple. Actually, we came on our legs. We came on our own. But they say that, Lord brought me here. No. I mean, he may give a vehicle to come here. But it's we desire to come here. Somehow. Similarly, in spiritual world, the source for everything is Krishna, except one thing, that is to serve Krishna, to make him happy. The source for that is we. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.